Alright, this is part 3. Good day, this is Mark Teal. Now, continuing with part 3, we generally have done almost all the walls. I'm saying almost because I haven't checked yet. Uh, then mostly the windows, mostly the doors, and now let's deal with the flooring and seal up the house and the roofing, with the roofing rather. Oh, sorry, forgot to do this. Apparently there's some sort of I don't know, guest room, or I don't know if granny flat maybe, I don't know. So I don't 2890, so make this, ooh, duplicate 2890. Alright, so then with the windows, I'm gonna have to check. Where is that plan? 2124 for this one. So get one of these window, create similar, and what is that? 2124. Make a 2124. Just, yep. Alright, then do it again for this one. This time it's 2109, 90 wide. So 2109, 21 height, 900 wide. And there are your windows. So let's check if looks make sense. Alright, so let's begin sealing up the house. Alright, so floor. So architecture, floor. I don't have a keyword for floor because I don't do it that often. Because you do one floor and then you just keep editing it. So pick walls this time. Extend into wall core. Pick the outer wall. Pick the outer side of the wall whenever, you know, it's good practice. And just keep going. Alright. So we're still in Warframe, so let's go back to Hidden Line. And what do you know? Your floor just disappeared. One of the problems with floors is that, oops, I made a landscape grass. That was a big boo-boo. So it's concrete slab on ground. Sorry. Then edit boundary, and please, you know, this is the reason why I chose to extend into wall core with a 0 offset. It's just to make sure that, you know, in most cases you move the wall, you move the floor with it, so I'll take a free move whenever I can later on. So that's it. Now for the wet area. So I'm gonna have to do the boundary again. Edit that boundary because we have to make a hole. So again, wall. This time inside the wall. Alright. And I guess that is the wet area. And just use the pick line to get the inside of that wall. And then trim it TR. Alright. Now I don't know what this is. Doesn't look like a wet area. I'll have to check. That's a walk-in pantry, so that is not a wet area. What is a wet area is this one, which is an ensuite. So again, do the same. Oop, see, wrong side of the wall. Flip it. There. Alright, and then just pick lines. And then just clean that up. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, these are tricks of the trade. I'd select these and I would copy them, because essentially by doing this to the flooring, alright, you don't see much in 3D, but in my template I have a view called 3D structure, which is that. I'm just gonna take out. Alright, so essentially we're creating a hole. Now I don't know why the other hole didn't come out. Probably because well, it's a section box. Oh, well, there's the hole. I'll section box that. Just remove the section box. Alright, so essentially this is gonna be a step down. So we will create another slab and put it at the lower elevation. Alright, this elevation is wrong, should be 0. Alright, it should be the step down that should be -50. So again, make the floor, this time do it correctly. See, there's a set down, then it's -50. Then when you're about to draw all of that, just paste align to current view, and then bam, check out your 3D structure. There is your one step down, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so we have done the one step down here. Alright, so what else? Alfresco. I don't know if we're gonna slab it or not. Good chance it's just gonna be a deck, but I don't know what's gonna be under the deck. In some cases they do require some sort of slab under the deck, so let's put a slab. So this time there's this one here, alfresco, because there are a lot of presets. That's why I have a different floor families, because there will be presets later on, which trade secrets. These names will come into play later on. Alright, if you survive long enough to make it, I don't know, maybe part 5 or part 10, then maybe I'll go through that. I'm not so sure yet. So right now, just gonna go alfresco, just gonna go, I'm just gonna trace that flooring there, -50, and that's it. Oops. Alright, so on structure, the back, that is a step down. Might not look like it, but it is. Alright, so next, while I am here, alright, I will edit. These are trade secrets, so I like to cut that so that when I make the structure, I'm gonna make slab edge, and no, it's a Hebel slab edge. Nuh-uh. So what I'm gonna do is get the Hebel slab edge, duplicate it to brick, because bricks would have a different slab edge as they are wider. And get the brick rebate profile. So check. I just, go ahead, have fun. I'm not even gonna turn this around anymore. I've done this enough times to know what consequences there may be, so and a special garage slab edge, which needs to be offset. Oops, -150 apparently. Sorry about that. That is your garage and your garage rebate. Generally, I would like fuse the geometry right about now, but I don't think so, because there could be quite a bit of work to be done. So do the same for this. Just do the al fresco. This one is 50 mil longer than the other because of the 50 mil rebate drop. So there's also a 50 mil slab edge drop, because just so I can have the bottom leveled off rather. So it's just me. These are all assumptions for now, because eventually structural drawings are coming in. So yep, with this we're pretty much done. I don't think I'm gonna be needing this view again. Alright, so that's it. So we've done the flooring for the ground floor. Now time to do the first floor's flooring. So again, click floor. This time it's not gonna be a concrete slab, it's gonna be Secura James Hardy flooring. Rather it's, I think the name is Structifloor, so yep. And it's 22 mil thick. So yep, that's gonna be our family. So do the same, extend the wall core, because you want this stud to be standing on the flooring. So So that's the exterior. Now for the wet areas, now with the upper floor, I don't think we will need to extend the structure that far. I think we have to cut it. So, well, it always helps to have your timber studs on the upper level. So I'm just gonna clean that up, and delete that because I reckon this will be a separate floor with a step down. Well, I reckon this is gonna be a void too, so since it's gonna be a void, doesn't make sense to be putting a floor through them. All right. Now that elevation is wrong again. It was at -50. I just made it 0. So do it again. This time it is -50 outside and then in. That's it. Now, if you want to go back to that structural 3D, you can just to verify. And oh my God, why is it not showing? Well, these are filters, and there it is. Take note, the one step down with the stud on the upper. Well, the perimeter stud, there's nothing we can do about that, but with the internal studs, yeah, we can. So that's good. Now our 3D. Ooh. Hello there. What's wrong? So, what happened? So what was wrong there was that our floor was done in FFCL mode. In FFCL level rather. That was wrong. Should be FFL. Finish first floor line. And this other wall, this other floor, same thing, should be based off the FFL. So you see how important it is to have a 3D view on your left side in case you're not watching this part of your properties windows that closely. Sometimes when we go too fast, we just edit on the fly. I mean, if we do it wrong, then we do it wrong, and we'll just correct it later. Such is the beauty of Revit. So those are all the walls, all the floors. Well, at least the structural floors. We'll deal with the finished floors right now. So finished floors. So it's not gonna be struck the floor. So on the ground floor, it's gonna be timber strip. This time it's gonna be +5. Yeah. Well, technically, if you make this 0, then your actual GFL should be brought 5 mil lower. Depends on what you think about the finished floor lines. I'm not gonna get into an argument with that right now, into a discussion rather, because different people think differently and different standards and whatnot. So what we usually put on our levels is a structural floor, is a structural level, and whatever finishing occurs, it occurs on top. Right, so timber strip on top of ground floor concrete. So this time I'm not extending into wall core, just flush out to the plasterboard because that is what chances are your plasterboard's gonna come before your flooring. But rather, sorry, your flooring comes first. So I don't know, whichever. So we're not gonna be putting finished flooring under cabinets, so we're just gonna go straight up. And this should go straight. Well, technically this should go 50 mil inward. I'll explain that later. Alright? So just take my word for it. This is gonna be 50 mil inward. Because of our casework, they're gonna have kick plates, and usually that kick plate is 50 mil inward. So this is wrong. Should be 50 mil inward because there's gonna be casework there. Alright, so just run the finish around, cut that. Now, some people might not find the need to do this like religiously the way I'm doing it. But I do it the way I do it because later on it's gonna mess around with my estimates. Like when I make the estimates for finished flooring, uh, and you're putting like timber strip under your casework, and you're gonna come up with a very inaccurate estimate. So we don't want that. We're using Revit because we want to make use of its full functionality, and estimates being one of the bigger reasons actually of doing Revit. Alright, so that is our finish floor. Did I miss anything? Well, technically I will pre pre up pre offset this by 50 other side, just so you know. Alright, so that is it. The doors, something I would like to deal with later, seeing as we move the doors around a lot. So yeah, I'm not really inclined to do that now at this stage. So timber strip, go. Oops, and I returned an error. Apparently it was not clean enough. And this one as well, so might as well. Timber strip should start at the first step. Oops. Still some issues, yep. And even some more. And that should be it. Alright, so you can see in our 3D that we now have a timber strip flooring. Realistic mode, yep, nah. Just prefer working in shaded. So that is with our timber strip. Now our tiling for the toilets or wet areas. Well, obviously this, yeah, this should be tiled. I don't know why it's not. Okay, so how do we deal with the tiling? Okay, for the sake of estimates, um, we do it a different way. So I actually haven't decided if I should do it that way or I should do it. I'll just do it the standard way. Anyways, the estimate file will have a different uh, treatment to it. So since it's tiling, so finish. And for this that one would be minus, move it 50 upward because there is gonna be casework. And just carve this out nicely. Whatever. You can either go pick line or pick wall, whatever your preference is. Sometimes it does get easier. One way would be easier than the other. All right. So sorry, I just checked if I'm actually recording. So this is the tiles. Now you could do all these tiles all at once, or you can, do it one floor at a time. Depends on you and depends on your preference. Me, it's PD, nothing serious with the working drawing yet. I know I'm gonna be redoing the tiles anyway because of the estimates, so I might as well do it the comfortable way. So, what I do is just you know oops, and that is your, yep, and then one more time for the bath. Alright, don't forget the 50. And that's it. That's the tiling. Go 3D. Well, you will see the tiles under the upper floor, so I think it's time for the section box. me just. And there is our floors. Alright, our tiles. Rather. Cool. Let's not worry about the wall tiles for now. Uh, because we expect some degree of change for the bedrooms. But we will deal with it at a later date. Probably at a later part, rather. So we've done the floors. So next would be the carpeting for the bedrooms, and probably this is gonna be carpeted. Most probably. So flooring again. Oops, sorry. Yep. See, this is wrong. This should be 0. Alright. Anyway. Flooring, carpet. So I like to use carpet on underlay with a +5. And just, do a rectangle from one side to the next. This time there is gonna be carpet under the study, which I assume that to be another carpet for this. Probably carpet as well for the dressing room. And yes, some of their dressers or cabinets are put on top of the carpet. Some are not, so I'm just gonna unify these two rectangles so there's no break. Now with this, I'm just gonna have to lock that to the door frame, so that when I move the door around, it goes with the door frame. And on 3D, you have your carpet, your tiles, and your timber strip. Alright. Now I'm gonna do a quick one for the upper floor. So this is gonna be flooring. What are we doing? Are we doing timber strip? So let's do the timber strip on a +5. And just there is actually a better way to do this, which I will not get into now. Over the years, I've devised a series of cheats to make life easier. And yeah, sometimes those cheats dictate that I do some things unconventionally, just to be able to, get a free move or something, whatever. Well, this is obviously some sort of storage, so it's gonna have a kick plate for its casework. So I don't know what's going on here, so I'm just gonna put that inside and just, oops, did I cut it? No. So that is a good practice. No, just answer no to everything. Deal with that later. And see, again, it's at the FFCL, same mistake as when I did the ground floor, and just, just transfer it back. Now, floor. Floor. This should be FFL. Then it's not timber strip anymore, we're doing tiles now, so 300, 300 with mortar. So that's 0. So the tiles will be wall, oops, sorry, wall without the extent geometry. Then just do the pick lines. Obviously that's a different, the tile should stop there, obviously. Alright, so hold up, let me check some references. Alright, so I'm just gonna clean this up. Flooring, make the tiles go around, because technically, I mean, these tiles should really go around the door frames, since it's the same material, rather same finish. So on this side it's the same thing. Cut that, trim that out. Yeah, I know this could be tedious at times, but it'll pay off later on when you don't have to when you get a free estimate. That is when it really pays off. So I'm just gonna 70, I'm gonna make that 50, get rid of that because that's probably gonna be casework. So that's gonna be the tile. Is there gonna be another toilet? No, there's no other toilet in the upper floor. And bam, that's good. And wrong, it's not cut yet. Oops, lines cannot intersect each other. I don't know where that's from. Well, apparently this one, so I have to clean that up. This thing with Revit needs to clean, needs everything pristinely clean. So there's your tiles and the space for your bathtub. Alright. So we've got the timber strip, we've got the tiles. All we need to do now are the carpets. Obviously this stair, something wrong because you're not, sorry. Alright, so now this is when the structure comes into play because I practically forgot to block out the stair. So this should be, let's just put it there for now. That should be where the extents of the floor should be. I don't know. Or here. I didn't pay much attention to it because I know I'm still going to be editing that later on. So, but seeing that, correctness matters. So, yep, you can see the vertical hole, or yeah, unobstructed. So let's just keep this view in. Alright, so now we'll do the carpets. So with the carpets, should be pretty straightforward. Flooring, then just go with the carpet on underlay family. Let's start simple, make a rectangle, and yeah. So what they do is they put the wardrobe on the carpet. So when you open the wardrobe, there actually is carpet inside. So yeah, that's one. Second should be excuse me. Well, obviously that's gonna be carpet and carpet. So then one more rectangle, corner to corner. Like I said, there's an easier way to be doing this. Technically, I should not be. If I was like doing the most efficient workflow, I would not be doing it this way. This is just for, instructional purposes. Reason why I just don't teach it that way is there are a few things you need to understand before you do something like that. And I don't believe I've discussed that area yet. So 3D again, same. Okay, so what we have there is a fully finished flooring system. Well, almost fully finished. Alright, so next we're gonna be doing the roof. Okay, so seeing as this is gonna be a standard roof with 450 eaves, there are a few presets that like first is how much is that? That's 450, alright. But to the core it's 550, so it's 100 difference. So this is how I'm gonna do the roof. Chances are, yep, it's already there. Extend to wall core. Just try it. Hit tab and bam. You've got a true hip roof. And FFCL base offset from level, well, keep it at 100. Well, we'll deal with that later. Something I deal with later on in working drawing phase, but just put in 100. And then on 3D, check it, and you see that you have just automated a roof. When you break down this roof, this metal deck for timber framing, nah, we're not using that. I'm using spandeck with timber framing, broken down like so. Spandeck 24, uh, top hat framing of 45, and timber frame 90. So technically, this should be up. This should be up. All right. Now, since we've got that roof going, might as well just put in the fascia. So what I have here is F&G gutter. It's like built in something I made. It's a, hold on. It's a one hit marvel. So fascia, F&G gutter, hit the upper edge, hit tab so it'll select all, and bam. Then just give this a -50 profile because, that's just how it is. Can't have your gutter higher than your roof. So there's your gutter. This is just standard hip roof. Nothing fancy about it. It should coincide with the underlay. Well, let's find out. Well, apparently it does. See? Because that is what is broken line. That is my roof. That is standard and underlay. Like, if you don't believe me, let's hide this EH and you see. Alright. So it's standard already in this template that the roof is underlaid. So we now have our 3D. Now let's deal with our lower roofs. Okay. Obviously, to deal with the lower roof, we will be working in first floor plan, or rather in ground floor plan elevation and first floor plan. Reason for that you will see later as we go. So the roof, choose the spandeck timber framing thing, preset. Now the base level should be at CL plus 100. That's fine. We can just play around with that later. Extend to wall core the same. This time it's not 550. Why? Because it's brick. So it's 110 plus, I don't know, so might as well just take a measurement. It's 150 plus 450, so that's 600. So that should be 600 extend to wall core. And the slope, well, it doesn't want to give me the power to define slope right now. Now I know this is a boundary, so the roof should not extend. However, the design of that roof calls for a standard hip, so I'm still gonna enclose that. Alright, so that is the entire perimeter of your lower floor, and you will see that on your upper floor. Alright, now I would move. There will be consequences if I move this. Just drag it straight out. There will probably be consequences. And that would be the consequence. So don't do that. Alright. So there's a trick to doing that, which I'll show you later. So why we're in the upper floor is we need to draw the outline of the Hebel wall, perimeter wall Hebel. So I'm gonna pull one more trick. Zero overhang does not define slope. And that is the roof. Alright, let's see how that goes. So you see there will be a few valleys. There will be issues. Alright. Yeah. Don't worry about this. This roof does not depict the actual. So hit the view range to unlimited and you will see everything. Alright. So apparently we have a problem with our roofing. Well, this one's okay. This one's fine. So we will edit our roof. And this is a special trick. And these should define slope. And do not click immediately, because their slope, their eaves are not level, so we need to level the eaves. So adjust height. So get one that you know to be of correct height, and then just yep, I'm not even gonna check that. I'm confident enough. Edit footprint. Again, you can just go ahead and copy that, get rid of this, trim that, give these a slope of 22. Yep. Then again, align eaves, adjust height. This should all say negative 242. And bam. See, I'm not even gonna check that, because you see it lines up perfectly with whatever the CAD drawing was showing. Just to be sure, let's go wireframe, and you see, yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, this should be straight. Alright, he did it straight to eliminate a valley, so yeah, seems like a good idea. So how do we solve that? I haven't the slightest clue yet. So obviously this level two. So for now, that covers part 3. So I'll see you around for part 2, when we will deal with this roof and finish off. Well, continue with, not finish off, we're far from being finished, but continue with our modeling and training video.